Hey guys, welcome back to another video with the High Mountain Homestead. I am PJ and I am really passionate to talk with you guys today about weaning sheep, specifically what to do and not to do. I actually filmed a whole video. It took like half a Saturday to do a sheep weaning video and to actually get them weaned and separated, and I did everything wrong.
Everything wrong.
And it blew up in my face. So I am experienced enough to talk to you about what not to do. If you are new to this channel, welcome. So glad to have you here. At the High Mountain Homestead, we are all about better soil, better plants, better animals. Today we're definitely focusing on the better animals part of that, and I'm excited to start talking about how to wean sheep and how not to do it, to share some of my experience and what's working now. So, as I mentioned, I did everything wrong. So let me tell you what I did wrong. I did 4 things that I think were critically wrong in what I did. I'm going to start with the first thing that I think I did wrong, and this is the most controversial one, because some people swear to do it this way, some people swear to do it the opposite way. But I kept these lambs out of sight from their moms, and they all blew up for like the whole day. It was non-stop. Okay, the second thing that I did that I feel like I shouldn't have done is I fed them very rich feed the day before. I gave them, free choice alfalfa pellets. When they were all getting weaned, I gave the moms alfalfa all day to calm them down. And as I've been reading, alfalfa is much higher in protein, which lets them produce more milk, which makes it harder for them to actually stop producing milk and their bags to dry up. So it sounds counterintuitive, but it's better to just put them on pasture or give them maybe like a Timothy type grass to just give them something to chew on, but not necessarily. Oh! Did you guys see that? If you can't tell, we are about 2 weeks overdue to butcher our excess roosters. All right, where was I before I was interrupted by roosters fighting? Feed. I fed them too rich of feed, and I think that made it hard. They're more likely to develop mastitis, I've heard, if you give them too rich a feed while you're trying to wean them. Okay, the third thing that I did that I think was really not smart is where I put them. So I kept my mama ewes back here, and I moved all my sheep to the front yard. We have a pretty big front yard. I've done a video on it. I'll put a link to it, but how we'll put our sheep on our front yard with an electric fence around them. So I put the lambs up there, and that was such a dumb idea, because the lambs were literally right underneath where I sleep. And it was like 8:30 at night, and I'm not getting to bed at 8:30 at night, but they were still going, and the sun was going down. I just thought to myself, no, I got to stop this. And that is what eventually made me pull the plug on the whole thing that night. Finally, my fourth thing that I did that I'm pretty sure was wrong, or at least I didn't have to do it, is I separated all of them. And at this point in time, I feel like it was only necessary to separate the rams because they were twins and their mom was getting a little bit gaunt on the backside. You could start seeing more shadows on her, so she was kind of getting sucked dry. And these rams, even though they're only like 3.5 months old, are already experimenting with their puberty. So I don't want anybody getting pregnant. I especially don't want them getting their mom pregnant. So separate it. Okay, I have spent plenty of time talking about what did not work. Let me talk about what did work. So, eyesight. Letting them have eyesight with mom and even sharing this fence line, I think was really helpful for them. Some people say the other way. I'm not here to debate that. I'm just here to say that for these 2 rams with their age, which was 3.5 months, that's what worked well for us. Another thing that worked well for us is a week before I fed them very nutrient-dense food. So they had basically free choice alfalfa hay and pasture, which I think helped them bulk up a little bit. I swear within a day or 2, I noticed them getting a little bit bigger once I gave them alfalfa. So that was a win. I've never seen this in writing, but my hunch tells me them getting bigger helps them, like putting on the extra pounds really helps them for when they finally have to kick dairy. Which kick dairy is like my joke for they don't get milk from the mom anymore. Let me know in the comments if that's a dumb joke. And other than the fact that I only separated my rams and not my lamb ewes, I think it was I think it made everything a lot easier. Again, after about 36 hours, it was pretty good, and it has been 4 days now, and it's life as normal. They still make noise. They're not completely quiet, but they're not whining the whole time. And Mom doesn't care. Mom didn't care for 5 minutes after. She couldn't care less. So you don't have to worry about the mom being sad, just the babies. So my plan long term is to keep these little rams separated from the rest of the group until processing, which is first part of November. So that's about another 4 months that they're going to need to be separated. But I think that's okay. They're fine with it now. They're going to get great alfalfa. I will eventually move them off of this little pasture, get them to another more permanent area. But for now, things are looking good. Okay, a quick word to the first time sheep keeper, shepherd, whatever that word is, like me. Be prepared for it to be loud. If you live in a more traditional neighborhood like I do, it's not a bad idea to give your neighbors some cookies and earplugs and just knock on their door and explain, look, I'm sorry, this only happens for 2 days of the year. I appreciate your patience with this. Here's some cookies and some earplugs. You guys are great. If you like lamb, I'll give you some lamb in the fall. And I think that goes a long way. But if you're a stress case like I am, it can be really stressful. So just be prepared. It will be loud. And also don't put them under your bedroom like I did the first time. That was just a bad call. I don't know why I did that. Okay guys, thank you for tuning in and watching this video. If you liked this video in the real world, I hope you like it on YouTube too. That does go a long way for us. If you're interested in more videos about sheep and stuff from the perspective of someone that is very interested but is a first timer on this, go ahead and subscribe. We drop videos like this at least once a week, and I'd love to see you again on the channel. That's it for today. I'm PJ with the High Mountain Homestead, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, the wind is doing some nasty things to my hairs. Hey, Winnie.